Alright fellas, we are back with another episode of our mining Let's Play series. We have a good thing going, so let's keep it going, right? Let's get this thing, keep filling it up. We gotta keep that fuel coming. But yeah, let's just get right into the video here. So as you guys remember from last episode, we are just continuing our operation here. We just sold, made some money, which is good. We're going to need to keep making money because, you know, we need more money. So that's kind of high on the list right now. We're just going to keep our mining operation going. I think we are going to try, and once we get our bread up a little bit, we're going to move on to some coal. And we'll do some regular farming, some stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I want to get some seasons running on this, see if we can have some fun doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll just cruise the truck around for now. Take this thing back up to the mine. Yeah, nothing too crazy with this here truck. We are gonna just gold on gold here though. We need to get our bread up. We are brokies, and I cannot have that. So yeah, just heading up the hill at this point, and I'm filling up that fuel truck because I don't want to, you know, buy something that don't have fuel. So we want to try and keep that as full as we can, and it takes forever to fill up because it's so dang big. So gotta keep the fuel truck running, but it's looking good so far. But I do say the graphics in this game are impressive. I'm enjoying this map. I think we got about one more month until we see some snow, so let me just take a look here at the weather forecast if I can remember where it's at. Yeah, December, it's going to snow on us, so let's speed it up a little. Let's get to that snow. I think snow will be fun, so we're going to speed it up to about 60x for now. Let's get through this day. Shouldn't have stopped going up a hill. This truck isn't exactly the strongest. I got the budget option. Does its job though. Does what we need it to. But we gotta get back up for our mine. Our mine is running pretty well now. We got it down pat, right? We're being efficient with it. We are coming up with our money. Yeah, we just got to keep the plant full of fuel and preferably gold. Who would have thought dirt and diesel equals dirt and diesel equals, man, I can't talk right now. Dirt and diesel equals gold. Wish it was that simple in real life. Yeah, we'll stick in this area a little bit here. Let's get this guy. Let's get him kind of over here. Let's take this area out. Start digging into this pile a little bit here. Now that we kind of have the opportunity to. I don't go too far over. See, it's deceptive because if you try and do it right off the bat, you fill it up and you get stuck. So, but yeah, let's get in this here excavator and let's get back to filling her up. Fix my camera a little bit here. That'll work. But yeah, we just gotta keep chugging. More the merrier when it comes to dirt. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Really helps the channel out. It doesn't take much for you guys, but it really helps with getting the algorithm to push these videos. And you know, the more views we get, that's not good. The more views we get, the more I'm motivated to fire up the old channel. Not that I don't enjoy doing it, but it's a little disheartening when the videos don't do as well. But I appreciate every single one of you that watches it. That is for sure. Is more or less what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, we're farming, which, you know, you can't complain too much. Well, I guess we're gold mining, but we're playing Farming Simulator. It's a good day. I think, I don't know, is a conveyor belt system even worth it? Because we got this pretty down pat. I feel like we'll spend more time monkeying around with it than it'll be worth. Granted, I am wasting a good bit of time doing this. I wish I had some help. If I could get a buddy on here to speed this up, that would be fantastic. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off though. But we got the wash plant up and running again, which is good. How are we doing on fuel in that puppy? Should be decent. Yeah, we still have diesel in there, so we'll be fine for a little bit longer. Although we do need to get that fuel truck up here. Probably about when it's full, we're gonna need to get that up here, which kind of works out nice. So nothing too crazy with that. Full. Yeah, we got this. We got this down. And I can load and fill this thing in about a minute, I think, which is about as good as you're gonna get. And I don't even have unrealistic buckets or anything. I'm using fairly realistic capacities. Although I wonder if they got a little front loader in here, because I feel like a front loader should be able to do probably 3 or 4 times what an excavator can in real life, right? I don't know for certain. But I think excavators are more used for digging, so they typically, I mean, you can get big buckets, obviously, but they usually have the smaller bucket and are meant more for pushing through, whereas the front loaders have the big bucket and are for pushing the loose stuff around, you know, the piles of it that the excavator makes. That's typically kind of how it works. In my limited Gold Rush Alaska watching, that is kind of what they did. So, yeah, you can dig a little bit with the front loader, but those excavators, they can dig in a rock. They have really tiny buckets when they do that. But yeah. Either way, gotta keep her going. Keep her full, keep her happy. Yeah, about 2 minutes. 2 hours in game time on 60X. Pretty good. Like I said, we're trying to get to that snow just because I think it'll be interesting. Am I going to regret it? Probably. Actually, most certainly. But it will be more fun. Give us more to do because I don't want this to get too monotonous. It is kind of the downside of Farming Simulator, I've noticed, is it seems like, I mean, that's going to be just by the nature of the game, is typically the most effective ways to make money aren't necessarily the most fun. And not that they can't be fun in short bursts, but it's very monotonous. And it's good to be able to mix it up a little bit, even if you're not going to make as much money. Kind of, you know, variety, spice of life keeps it interesting. All right, so field truck's full, which is good. We are still making a little bit of money here, which is also good. I gotta check on that RGC website, see how their mods are doing. Because they did say they were gonna come out with a big wash plant. I have not seen it yet. Doesn't mean it's not out. I need to look. If they do the big wash plant, that'll be fun. This is not the RGC wash plant. This is from a dude named Nani. It's a pretty cool wash plant. I enjoy it. The one downside about playing custom maps like this is typically you can't get the AI to work as good, so I can't just have that fuel truck drive up here. I might try it and see what he does, see how close I can get him. Save us a trip down to the old store. Gas station. Finally, making it look like we're actually making progress. But there's plenty to do. I don't think we're going to be running out of pay, is what I'm trying to say. For better or for worse. let's see here. Okay, it's full already. That's good. Hop in the old rock truck, back her up. These things are kind of hard to drive because you feel like you should treat it like a trailer, but it's not. It's articulating, I think that's what you call it, in the middle. But when I back up, I want to treat it like a trailer, but I turn, so it's like opposite of what you'd think, trailer-wise, because it's actually turning left turns left. It's a little funky. You get used to it though. But if you come off of driving regular tractors and trailers, it's a little tricky at first. Kind of got to trick your brain a little bit to get it to work right. Which is, you know, it is what it is. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go over here now. And we're gonna cut into this mountain a little bit farther. Okay, should do it. A little bit farther of a bucket length, that's fine. Let's clean it up a little bit. There's power here. Let's get this ground cleaned up. Nothing too crazy with this stuff, but I do want to get it going. Oh yeah, doing 360s. Love to see it. Don't miss now. That's how it gets really messy, is when I start missing. There's just so much dirt here. It fills up so quick. $230K. Yeah, we actually have money now, which is sick. Love to see it. We actually have a little bit of bank to our name. A little bit of fun we can be had. I'm going to look at, after I put this in, we're going to take a peek at our productions. We're going to see what we can't buy. So if I look at our production menu here, construction, there are other options I have as far as, no, where's that here? Factories. So I have quite a few options here of stuff I can do. I have so there's a refinery which we could use. I got this gold wash plant. I've got river sand, crude extraction. I'm not sure quite how all these work, so I might need to look into it a little bit. Asphalt processor. You know, that's kind of cool. Ooh, that's a big one. We got this thing, concrete plant, crude extractor. I am not sure where the heck I'm going to put these things. That's the wash plant we're using. Got a big old refinery, river sand plant. You know, lots of fun stuff we can do. I got to look into how they actually work, and so we can actually have fun with them, but I do want to get into that. Because if we look at our map here, there's other areas we can go at. So you got dirt, pay dirt, you know, there's a coal mine, there's a limestone pit, but if we go down this coal mine here, there's just coal as far as the eye can see, right? Just like that pay dirt, there's just a whole bunch of it over here. I want to say there's actually like underground sections to this too. Not entirely positive about that, but I'm fairly certain. Problem is this thing's so big, it's going to take forever to find them. But there are kind of like an underground portion to these coal mines, I want to say. So we might look into that a little bit. That'll probably be next episode or after winter. I bet we'll get into the coal. But we got to keep working on our plant here. We got to keep this gold flowing. If the gold ain't flowing, our pockets ain't getting bigger. So let's drive this truck back up here. Probably gonna need to dump this fuel out pretty quick. So let's drive this back to the mine. And that way we can keep the plant running. Because if that plant runs out, I'm not going to be happy. There's there's a tornado somewhere on the map. That's kind of neat. Not good, but it's neat. Hopefully it doesn't hit my trucks. Almost December here, and then we're gonna have some snow to deal with. At some point in the next day, we're gonna have snow. Ooh, I'm full. I'm chugging up this hill. Golly, I am pedal to the metal right now, and it's still barely going anywhere. That's crazy, honestly. That's all it can do. I do like that about this game, but these vehicles struggle a little bit to get up these hills. So I would imagine this thing's got plenty of horse to get up, even when full. It's not that steep of a hill that it should stop you down to 13 miles an hour, right? I mean, this is a truck. I'm sure this thing should go 65. I don't know if it does go 65, but it should fairly easily. 55 minimum, right? Like, if you got stuck behind this thing on the freeway, you'd be pissed. Oh, golly. This thing, like, just totally forgot how to turn. I figured it out, though. We're saving. That's always good. Never forget to save, guys. You'll be real bummed with yourself. It does happen occasionally where the game decides to poop out on you. I have cows. Didn't even know that. Okay, so we're not even full, so I'm going to send this thing straight back down. We're going to fill it up again because I don't want to get caught in the snow without any fuel. So we're just going to send it straight back down to the gas station, get this thing filling up. Like I said, gotta keep the plant running. This is the only way how. Okay, this thing does get up to speed, just not when it's full, apparently. Oh, golly. Oh, golly. Ooh, does not handle well. Not at all. Now I gotta see if I can remember how to get down to that gas station. I want to say I turn right here. And I turn left at the end of this little crooked road, and it should be right down there. I think that's how I get there. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's the gas station right there. I'm right. I'm correctamundo, because there's this fire hydrant that I get stuck on sometimes when I'm pulling the trailer. We are back and ready to go. All right, let's get back to mining, doing the fun stuff. Keep on keeping on, you know what I'm saying, boys? Keep on keeping on. Let's turn my lights on. Doing some night shift work here. I mean, it looks like this is all just picking up what I missed. But I gotta do that. At some point, might as well do it now. Now let's dig back into our hill here. Try and get into this hill a little bit so we can kind of fan backwards to where we were. It seems to kind of be my strategy with cutting this mountain out a little bit. So, I don't know about you guys, but I have heard, and I know for a fact, that there's a lot better mining mods on fs25. Should I go back and play that? I'm not too sure, because I want to play the most recent game, but like the mods are so much better. There's like terraforming and stuff, where you're not just digging, you're digging the actual map, so that's kind of cool. So I kind of want to try that out, but I don't even really know where to begin with that. I'd have to do some research into that. Seen a little bit of gameplay of it. It's pretty cool. But I'm just hoping 25 gets to that point. Although I don't know if it will, because I know they changed how mods are done a little bit. It's a little trickier now. So there's that. All right, so we're gonna get. It's rain now. No snow. Why am I set on July? Let's turn that off. Make sure snow is on. Snow is on. Okay, if I turn it off and on again, is that going to... I said it was going to snow, but now it's not. Okay, so it says... Oh, if you change the visual month, it'll change the weather. That's interesting. That's good to know. Okay, so there's snow in the forecast. I had to make sure. This thing don't turn worth a hoot. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to call the video here. Thanks for watching again, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this series. I'm going to keep it going for a little while longer. I at least want to see what the snow's like, and then we'll see where we go from there. But, yeah, I will try and start posting this at least once a week. We'll see how that ends up. But anyways, guys, peace out.